Hi, I'm Colm. Welcome to my Budgens store in Cheltenham Kings.
Well, I've been in the retail trade for 25 years, all of my working life really. I started off as a butcher, qualified as a butcher, run my own butchery business for 5 years. Came here and took over franchise in the butchery department here for 3 years, and then had the opportunity to purchase a shop, which is what I've done. It was 1992, I think, and been totally independent ever since. We couldn't compete with your local co-op, Summerfield, Tesco's, all that type of thing. It wasn't. We started thinking about joining just before all the talk about the financial collapse of the market and the credit crunch and that type of thing. So that wasn't an issue then. It was the fact that we couldn't get the stock that was the issue. We couldn't get the fresh products, and we couldn't get the promotions either. But now we're glad we've done it at the time we've done it, because we're joined now. Now you've got the Beat the Crunch campaign, which has worked quite well for us. It gives people have got that perceptive now of you being a bit cheaper than, not so much cheap, but you're for value. Budgens are the sort of the better end of the market, aren't they? They're premier, I'd say, that with their produce and their approach to things, far more professional than, I know they're all part of Londis, but it's a better product range, I think, with Budgens and Mace, that type of thing. We did look at Mace, but we decided to go against that. Didn't really fit in with what we do. Initial thoughts, we thought about it for 2, 3, 4 months, and then after that we started looking into it. Who could we go with? Who could fit in with us nicely? And I suppose from our initial contact with Budgens, it took 12 months. Key bits were first our initial contacts with yourself. You came out and we had a little chat and go through the different processes and worked out a business plan for us. Came back with that, put it together, give us some idea of what we should be doing, the sort of turnover where we should be at for the size of our store, that type of thing, and costings on the refit and what stock lines we'd be stocking. Nigel Cousins, he came in with a chat through with him, we had 3 different quotes for the redevelopment, and with the help of Nigel, we picked what we thought was the best quote, not necessarily the most competitive one, but the one that would give us the best finished job, and went ahead with that. That took about 3 months to organise from start. Organised the business plan for us so we could go along to the bank and raise finance. Karen Becks, she organised all that for us. Very, very good. For me, being independent for so long, getting to know all these new processes, but it was a learning curve. You're taking on a whole new. You're being more professional in your approach towards the business yourself, towards your business outlook, and you're giving out a more professional view to your customers as well. So it was harder work to start with, but now 5 months down the line, we're settled down and it's all going quite nicely. We've got quite a good feedback on it. I mean, we're coming across now far more professional than we ever were before. What the real big plus for us was the fact that we've now always got the stock. Before, we didn't have the stock. We would travel 150, 200 miles a week just to get stock for the store. Now it's here 6 days a week, fresh. You know, that's the really big plus for us, was the stock. And that's why we've seen our turnover increase so much. We buy quite a lot through local suppliers. We've got a local baker, our local butcher supplies us with a fresh local reared meat. We've got a local cake lady makes her cakes, sugar and spice, very, very good, top quality. We've got a local family business who supplies with all our cooked quiches for delicatessen, which is very good, and local produce like local asparagus. Wherever we can get local, we will have local. I mean, that's what the customers expect. We do get involved with local community. We support all the local schools for their fetes, and whenever they have a raffle or a prize day, or they're raising money for a specific event, we'll more than often not donate a hamper or whatever. If it's Easter, it'll be Easter eggs. We support local charities as well. We do a lot for the Winston's Wish, which is a local children's charity, child bereavement charity. We donate 1 pence for every carrier bag we give away to Winston's Wish, and we collect in store for them as well. We care about what we do. We care about our store, we care about our customers, and we care about the local community, the fact that we put back into the community, which is good. I think goes down well with all customers. They'd like to see you take part, an active part. Things we do that we can do that supermarkets can't do and Summerfields can't do and the co-ops that can't do is, for example, 70% of our customers are, I'd say, senior, well, not senior, they're over the age of 50 years old, middle-aged people, and some of them can't get out or they can't carry heavy baskets. Well, we'll encourage them to come in the morning, do their shopping, leave it here, and we'll deliver it in the afternoon, which your local big supermarkets can't do that type of thing. I think it's very important to know your customers, who they are, their shopping trends, what type of things they expect from you as a business person in the community. Even we have had customers in the past who've got friends who've got a vineyard and said, would you like to try this wine? And we've tried it and we still stock it now. I don't know if there's any local radio advertising going on for us, because I haven't heard it myself. But I know when we first opened, I think it might have been one of your first times, you'd done a bit of national press advertising for the half-price champagne, and that worked very, very well. Got a really good feedback from that. Brought a lot of extra customers in. When you have the chicken deal on, that's a very good deal as well, and the topside deal, very good. We just had the leg of lamb, half-price leg of lamb deal. We've done very well on that. Well, our experience before we changed over to a Budgens, I mean, we'd always had quite a good turnover anyway. We were quite a busy little store. Our experience in general was there was a downturn. It was starting to turn down a little bit back in the start of 2008. Things did start to slow off a little bit. We changed over to Budgens in November 2008. Personally, myself, I'm glad we done it from a financial point of view as well, because I think we'd done it just at the right time. Before, we could not have offered a value range. You do your good value products. I mean, okay, they're not a great seller, but they do sell it, and it encourages and it gives people the impression that they'll get good value off you. And we couldn't do that before, so the timing was very good for us. We're about 37% up on last year. We're getting more sort of middle-aged professional people in now shopping, because we can offer the range that they want to buy. They can grab it, they can get a whole meal in sort of one basket for £10, so to speak. I do enjoy my work. I enjoy coming to work, I enjoy looking around the shop, I enjoy baking, I enjoy doing the fruit and vegetables. I'm very hands-on. I don't sit in the office dictating to people. Like, I get out in the shop floor and get involved. I like my customers. A lot of them are not just customers, they're friends. It looked massively different, for the simple fact is it's things like the black shelving for the bakery, the silver shelving in the store itself for the groceries, the way the store's lit now, the way the lighting in the store and all that, it brings out the colours and all the products. It looks far more professional. And it's the point of sale, all the point of sale that go with it. You've got your little shelf markers that go on for the premier range, the organic, your local, all that type of things, the whole package. It's made it a lot easier. Having the delivery first thing in the morning, when we get our delivery at 7 o'clock every morning, you could set your clock by the driver. He's here, 7 o'clock, we get our delivery, within 15-20 minutes, everything's off. By 10:30 in the morning, everything's out. So we've got the rest of the day to ourselves to work around the store, merchandise store, face it up, make sure everything's right. We would probably spend, at least out of my working week, if you totaled up all the days we went to the cash and carry, I'd probably spend a day and a half a week just going and getting stock and putting offers together. You know, so you spend an awful lot of time putting the product together, putting an offer together, coming back, having to do your own point of sale, all that type of thing, getting it together and organising it in the shop, and then you're thinking, come back the next week, go to get some more, they've sold out of it and they haven't got it no more. So at least with Budgens, you know you've got that offer for 3 weeks. It's on for 3 weeks and there's always there, it's always supplied. I'm still 98% independent, I would say, personally myself, because I can still, if I want a product in my shop, I'll get it in. At the end of the day, it's a partnership. Not every shop's the same. Some things that do work in other Budgens shops won't work in this Budgens shop. So you've got to have that flexibility where you're allowed to do your own thing as well. So yes, definitely, I'd encourage other people who were in my position, they asked me, what do you think? I'd say, well, look at me, I'm not look back. Give it a go. I had 20 years totally independent, and I still feel I'm independent now. Like I said earlier, for the product range, the availability, the fact that you're never really out of stock, there's no reason why you should be ever out of stock. Not with Budgens, not when you get a delivery 6 days a week. You know, you shouldn't be out of stock. So it's not just that, and then there's all the point of sale to go with it, the backup to go with it. I mean, lots of training courses, whatever you want to go on, it's there. Every course there for you to train up your staff and you, to help you run your own business. Wholesale prices, let me see. Some things are a little bit dearer, on the produce a little bit dearer, and some things are cheaper. When you're doing promotions, they're great. But I think you can't pick out one thing and say this is dear or that's dear or they're dear because of this. You've got to look at the whole picture, and it's the whole, at the end of the day, it's the whole margin you get. We're as professional as any big supermarket brand, if not more professional. I would say we're as professional, I'd say we're better, because we can offer a personal service. We've got everything the big supermarkets got, and we can offer the personal bit as well, so I'd say we're very professional.